Anthony Drizis here, and joining me on the trading floor of the New York Stock Exchange is two NFL legends, Ray Lewis and Jim Brown. Gentlemen, you're here representing the United Athletes Foundation. What does this mean?
I think everything when you speak about education, when you speak about really, empowering our youth, empowering the young men to really understand financial literacy, and we've partnered together to spread this message because we believe it's that important. That these athletes have to take back who they are, take back their identity, and that's what it's truly about.
The power that our young athlete has, it's unlimited, and they have not used it properly in the past. So we hope we can motivate them to use the money they have correctly for themselves and for others, and also to be able to be educated, because they can impact so much on young people if they understand themselves the value of financial planning and how to really handle your money and make the right investments, but also working with other organizations who can do it better than us. But we can be the catalysts, and that's why I'm here with this young guy, Ray Lewis. He's like my son. I love him. He's brilliant, he's bright, and he's definitely dedicated.
And gentlemen, being that you're representing the UAF, what are your hopes for the future?
Well, the bottom line is, I think, he kind of hinted at it, was partnering with all these different organizations. You're talking about the Builders of Hope, who's doing so many things going into communities and, refurbishing all of these different homes and giving people hope, giving real people hope. And at the bottom line, at the end of the day, that's our ultimate goal, is to give people hope again and put hope back in our communities with all of these different people that's losing houses and foreclosures and all these different things. We have a way to do it. We can take our celebrity status and go into these cities and partners with these companies and come out and then create masterpieces. That's my home. That's my home. And to give that to people around our country, it's probably overwhelming than anything else.
And the United Athletes Foundation, I really discovered them through Ray. And they had a partnership, so I forced my way into that partnership.
He did. He forced his way into the partnership.
I was going to pass the torch because I'm getting old, and I'm not going to work as hard anymore, but they're going to be the lions, because people say wrongly that the young athletes are not aware. These guys are really aware, and I want the public to know that I have all the trust and hope in them, and they have the skills, and they have been demonstrating it. So this is a great coming together.
And Ray, would you say passing the torch, that's some big shoes to fill? What do you think about that?
It's historic. You can't fathom that. Trust me, it's one of the most humbling things you can ever. In 1985, I was 10 years old. My grandfather was introducing to me about this man.
The greatest motivator that we have today, not only in football, but period. Everything he touches, it works out better. He has a way with people for 16 years, I guess, in Baltimore, dealing and working. It's unparalleled. So I'm glad to be able to say that publicly and maybe be the first one to say it publicly, so nobody else now can take credit.
Well, gentlemen, they couldn't have picked two better figures to represent the UAF. So congratulations, and thank you so much for being here at the New York Stock Exchange. It's been an honor.
Thank you guys.